It's Booktok challenge time. There are 6 prompts, and the first question is, what was your last 5-star read? For me, it was the historical fiction of the Secret Book Society. It's set in the 19th century when fathers and husbands controlled what women were allowed to read. Women were seen as property, and no thank you. I am so thankful every time I read a story in this general time frame when women were controlled in that sense. And I am so thankful that I'm allowed to go to any store that I want, buy whatever book I want, read whatever I want, smut and all. The next question is, what was your last DNF? For me, it was the Final Girl Support Group. I don't like chaos and drama and fighting, and I just couldn't get through the women arguing and bickering, and I couldn't keep the characters straight, and it was giving me a headache. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. If you loved it, no offense. The third question is, what was your last buddy read? So I joined a book club this last year with the idea of it hopefully introducing me to stories that I wouldn't normally pick for myself, and I'm glad that I did, because one of the books that they chose was The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. It was a 5-star read for me, but again, this was my buddy read. Question 4. What was the last book that was gifted to you? My birthday was this last September, and my mother-in-law and sister-in-law got me this book, The Bridesmaid. I haven't read it yet, but it is on my to-be-read list for this year. Question 5 is, what was the last story that made you cry? And if I'm being totally honest, no book has ever actually made me cry and form tears or anything. But this story, The House of Salt and Sorrow, there was one particular scene that was very devastating for me. And I'm not going to do any spoilers and tell you exactly what happened, but these 2 persons that died, okay, so it affected this one other character greatly, and you can feel her pain and suffering through the narration of the story, and it was just devastating, and I could feel that pain. The last book is, what was the one that made you laugh out loud? Okay, The Tourist Season. If you've read it, you know that it's really gory, very graphic, but the narration that happens between the 2 characters is very sarcastic and snarky, and just, I loved it. I couldn't get enough, and I didn't realize that the second book wasn't out yet, so it left me on a serious cliffhanger, and I had book hangover and everything, and I am counting the months till June 2026 when the next book comes out. So that's it for today's book challenge. If you like this post, go ahead and hit that like button, follow me, tag me in your next book challenge. I would love to participate. So I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I hope that your next book is a 5-star read. Bye.